Hello everyone and welcome to Nursing Research Nursing 401. My name is Dr. Aislinn Moyer and I will be facilitating this course throughout the next several weeks. I'd like to just do a brief overview of what you find in the course, but each week you will also find a weekly overview discussing that specific week in a little bit more detail. The first thing I'd like to draw your attention to is right here in front of us, the announcements page. This is where I will post important announcements. So please check it frequently, but also know that these announcements do go to your email. The place you'll want to start, as you do with most of your courses, is Getting Started. Here you'll find the general overview video, which I'm guessing you've already found. It is important that you listen to the information in this video specifically because there are a few key things I'd like to point out just so you don't miss them. The first of those is the syllabus. Please take a moment to review that. There is a syllabus quiz that you must complete here in the first week of the course. In addition, there's an assignment chart. This assignment chart is really just for you to stay organized. I really encourage you to use the assignment chart and use the weekly checklist at the end of each week to make sure you don't miss any assignments and that you're staying organized. This is a 7-week course and there are multiple assignments throughout it, so organization will be key. You'll find under the instructor bio section there's a short bio piece on myself. The best way to contact me is really through email, and you can email me at any time. I usually get back to you within 24 hours. On the weekends it can be a little bit longer. As with all of your other online courses, everything's split into modules. You will see here, for example, week 1, most modules are set up in the same way in that you'll have an overview section. That overview section will be some wording and there'll be a link here to a video. Also, you'll have the video link in case for some reason the link in the second part here would not work. You'll find then all the assignments you need to do in the content section. Now, most of the content is the background for your assignments, which you should do first. And then as you can see here, things like discussion boards and papers will be separate. But everything will be found right inside the module content. Here are your reading assignments. Here's a video for you to watch and also an article. Please note that if things are optional, they will say optional. So for example, on this content page, all of these things, the assignments, the video, and the article, are all required for week 1. I can also show you here at the bottom of week 1, you'll see that there's optional week 1 homework. Anytime you see optional, you know that it is optional. If it doesn't say that, then you must complete it. And here at the bottom again, you can also see the checklist I mentioned. You'll see that at the bottom of every module, and I do encourage you to use that. We have 7 different modules throughout this course, and please note that because of the time of year of this course, we do have a little bit of a break at the end. So we have week 6, then we go into Thanksgiving fall break where we do not have work, and then we will actually finish week 7 of the course in the very last week of November going into December. So please mark those dates on your calendar. I'd also like you to make note there's 2 different types of discussion. Group discussion is where a lot of your discussion boards will take place. You will be put into one of the 2 discussion boards. And then full class discussions is where we have more open discussions as a group. So in the first week you have an introduction discussion board that we'll all do together. Down here you have ethical case studies sign up. You'll learn more about that in week 1, but that is something you'll want to do as soon as possible. And then here we have course questions. This is where you post questions that are general in nature about the course as a whole. And I do highly encourage you to click on that and then click subscribe. That way, anytime someone asks a question or I answer a question, it gets emailed to you. That's really important. And then over here, you'll see your research resources, some APA help, how to submit an assignment, how do you read instructors' comments in your papers. If there is anything that you'd like to see in this section that's not currently there, please let me know that. The other thing I would just like to remind you of is that you do have the due dates that will pop up on your calendar if you're used to using that. If you don't use the calendar built into Blackboard, I encourage you to use a paper calendar or the calendar on your iPhone and give yourself reminders about a day ahead of time just to make sure you don't miss anything. Overall, the course has a lot of information, but if you take it step by step, you should be able to get a good handle on it and do quite well. If you have any questions at all, please do not hesitate to contact me. Again, email is the best way, but I'm happy to discuss things over the phone with you or even have an in-person meeting if that works best for you. I look forward to meeting all of you in introductions and seeing you all in the course room.